Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be giving a film review for Warcraft. Now, this is an adaptation of the very popular video game series set in the world of Azeroth. Now, I'm not too familiar with like I heard of the Warcraft like video game series, but I never actually played one. Because I think they're like strategy like type based games, so I never bothered to play them, but I have heard of them. And I may eventually even give one a try, after watching this film. So yeah, this is my review for Warcraft. Now this film is about like the initial encounters between like the humans and orcs that takes place in a variety of locations that were based on like locations in the actual video games. So this is basically like about like the ongoing like war or like feud between like the orcs and the humans. So I'll touch on that in my review. Now the plot synopsis for the film says that they are looking to escape from his dying world. The orc shaman Gul'dan, who is cool looking, I'll touch on him more throughout the film. I'm gonna review. Well, Gul'dan, he's like an orc shaman. He's like actually like a magician basically. He utilizes his dark magic to open a portal to the human realm of Azeroth. So that's basically where the humans are. And now supported by his fist fighter, I guess you could say like his right hand man known as Blackhand, they organized a group of orc clans into an army called the Horde. So at the same time, they're like united to protect Azeroth from these Hulking invaders. Well, in far as like in Azeroth, you have like the humans themselves in the world of Azeroth. They are led by the mighty warrior known as Lothar and the powerful wizard Medivh. I think that's how he says his name. They kind of get together to try to take on like the orcs and stuff like that. Because this is also the first time seeing the orcs too come into their realm. So basically. That's what I thought was kind of odd about it. I thought they probably like the races knew each other, said the orcs and humans knew each other, but they're actually depicting their first like confrontation. Basically, like the orcs knew about the humans. So once the orcs come into like the human realm of Azeroth, I think that's how you say it. The humans know about them, and they hear about these like huge, like hulking, like creatures, that want to take them on or something. And they can easily beat the humans. But the humans can handle themselves too pretty well, through in like a fight. But yeah, I thought this film was pretty cool. That's basically what's going on about it. Like the Gul'dan, he's like the orc shaman. He wants to open like a realm, so like the human like realm, so to save his dying race of orcs, basically. Now he's a cool looking being too, because the way he uses magic and stuff like that, I thought it was kind of cool. Plus his look is awesome too as well, because he's like CGI like created, just like how the orcs are created too. Versus you have like the humans who are actually like real life actors, that I'll touch on too. But that's basically what the film is about. Like you're having a confrontation, like a war between the humans and the orcs who have met for the first time. And the orcs want to actually come into the human realm, but the humans have to actually stop them, from doing this. But I guess you could say that's basically what the plot was. Other than that, it doesn't really like touch on anything that's more than like that. That's why it's kind of like confusing, to actually comprehend what was kind of going on in the film. And I know another thing that was kind of like interesting about the orcs too is like some of them have like a human complexion, like they look like human, like their skin tone. But then some of the orcs, say like Gul'dan, like the shaman, like the magician, basically he has like a green kind of like look, in his eyes. They like glow green. Maybe because of all like the sorcery he is using, which I thought was awesome. Because he's also voiced by a Daniel Wu. Well, basically, that's one of the things I thought kind of stood out from it too. Is like the orcs, they looked different. You had some that looked like regular like humans, and then you had some that were like green looking too as well. So I thought that was kind of interesting. To a certain extent. But yeah, like Gul'dan, he wants to lead like the orcs into the human realm. Because the fact that their world, the orc world, is dying. So he wants to lead them, like his fellow orcs, into like the Earth realm. I mean, not the Earth realm, but the Azeroth realm, where the humans are, to help save his people, basically. But of course, like the humans of Azeroth, they collide, they have wars and stuff like that, over this because they don't want the orcs here and stuff like that. And then you have like one orc, I think she was like a mixture of like a human and an orc too, like, cause you could tell she looks very human-like, but at the same time, I believe she kind of was like orc to a certain extent too. If I'm not mistaken though, it's kind of confusing. But overall, I thought this film was and I wasn't like a fan of the video game series, so I was kind of wondering did they actually borrow elements, set the characters where they actually created. I know like a lot of the video game adaptations, they usually create their own like characters, a lot of times, But most time they actually borrow from like, they borrow a lot from the actual like game world. But a lot of times I know they create their own character set. Resident Evil, they created Alex, played by Mila Jovovich, and Alex was not in the video game series at all. But she's like the main protagonist of the Resident Evil films, But she wasn't in the actual games at all. So I was kind of wondering and concerned about that, because I've never played any of the gaming titles. But I'm gonna touch on this. I thought this film was okay, like like some of the action sequences in it were like fun and exciting, like at times, But what really stood out to me and what's really are the biggest draws, from my opinion, is like the visuals. It is actually like a visually stunning film, from my opinion. And I know we kind of seen these kind of films before because it's very similar to like Lord of the Rings type films, But like the visuals in it are just like truly superb. I remember when I first saw like the first trailers for it, like the orcs themselves, they did look cool, like in the trailer, like the way that they look so realistic, So that's basically what kind of like I thought was kind of awesome about like the orcs. They look very realistic. I thought like the animation for them were like was superb. Whenever they use like magic and stuff, so like Gordon when he's just using like his magician, because like to keep the portal open that leads to the Earth realm. Gordon, he has to actually like suck like the souls like of the like his prisoners, like of like the prisoners he has, he has to suck their like soul, to gain like power and energy to open like the portal to like the Earth realm. So I thought that was kind of interesting scene because he has to actually have to do that to keep like the Earth, like the realm thing that separates like the Earth. I mean not the Earth realm, but the Azeroth realm from the Orc realm. So that, what I'm saying, I thought that was kind of interesting, that he had to actually do that. But at the same time, he's actually constantly draining like the souls of like these prisoners, they're prisoners, and I thought that was cool. Looking like the actual visual effect of him draining their souls, I thought that was kind of cool. Plus, the humans themselves, they have like a magician too, like known as I think Medea or something like that, and he's known as the Guardian, and he also is able to like cast spells and like magic and stuff like that, which is like awesome looking, like whenever he's like casting like spells and magic, I thought those scenes were kind of cool too. But basically, like I say, even like when they're in like the different like I know that's nothing I thought was kind of off. They jumped to each location so fast, like when it first started, it started pretty good, like the film started off kind of cool, like the visuals and stuff, but then they'll jump from one city to like the next city. And I think these were like actual locations, from what I heard, that were actually in the game itself, But like the moments like that, like the visual, like the scenes, like like the different like cities and stuff, I thought that stuff was cool too as well. But like the orcs and like the magical scenes and all that, it was really cool, I would recommend this film just for like only the visuals alone. In fact, if they ever did like a sequel to it, like I would be up for watching a sequel to this just because of the visuals, I think they like Universal and like the visual effects thing, they put like a lot of like, from my opinion, effort and like to their visual effects. The film really does look cool and awesome. Just like the visual effects alone, I recommend for watching it, Now this film is directed by a Duncan Jones, and you also have like the various like actors. I'm not really too familiar with like a lot of the actresses and the actors in the film, Like you have Travis Fimmel as he was the protagonist of the film, Sir Lothar. He was like the protagonist, and you could tell he was actually like the main like hero of the film. And it's like little stuff that happened in the film to him that was kind of like sad to a certain extent and everything, but it was still cool because it kind of helps develop, like his role in the film basically. Then you have Paula Patton as I think it was Gorana. She was like the orc that I think that was kind of like. Yeah, she was like half human, but she believes she is. And you can see it, she looks like half human and like half orcish. Well, the orcs look like kind of like humans anyway, they're just like massive, and they have like these teeth they have, But you can tell that she kind of does look kind of like half human. She does believe she is, Then you have Ben Foster as Medivh, and he was like the magic, like the guardian for like the humans. You have Dominic Cooper as King Leland, Do you have Toby Cabell as Dorotan, the lead protagonist of the horror. Now he's like the one that you actually see, like the one they kind of like broadcast a lot, But he's like a major part of the film. But I'm not gonna spoil it, Then you have other people in it as well, I'm not too familiar with them, like Daniel Wu as Gul'dan, like the sinister orc warlock, like the one that's like with the orcs, Then you have I even recognize Clancy Brown as Black Hand, and he was like the right hand man of I think Gul'dan. Them basically about the main ones I recognize in the film, you have Glenn Close too in the film too. Yeah, and I knew she did the familiar. She appears as this like some kind of like thing that this guy goes and see, but I'm not gonna like spoil it, you know. But in the end, I'll be giving Warcraft like based on like it was okay film, you know. I thought it was alright. I was kind of disappointed because I never played none of the games, you know. So I was kind of wondering and worried about that to a certain extent. But then I thought just the look of the film, like the visuals of the film were just like astounding, you know. I know we probably seen better and stuff like that, but it truly looked cool and awesome. I would recommend this film on visuals alone. So in the end, I'll be giving like Warcraft, I'm giving it a C. And this is my review for Warcraft. And like I said, this is based on I'm not like the action scenes and stuff like that was like kind of cool too as well, you know. And I thought some of the performances were kind of like laid back, you know, or some of them kind of like forced and rushed, you know what I'm saying. But I thought they were okay, but it was just the visuals of the film that really stood out to me, you know. So I'm giving Warcraft in the end, I'm giving this a C, and this is my review for Warcraft.